Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have Game 4 in a best-of-5 series between oGsTOP, playing as Liquid Ret, the blue Terran on the top of Scrap Station here, and his opponent, oGs or oGsZenio. This is Game 4, like I just said. I posted the first 3 games from this series yesterday, so if you haven't watched those yet, you need to go watch them right now. And there are actually some really good games in there. Game 3 in particular is pretty amazing stuff. Right now, Zenio leads the series 2-1. In a best-of-5 series, you only need 3 wins, of course, to move on. So if Zenio wins this game, he will move on to the finals. Top is going to be doing his best to prevent just that from happening and try to win this game and the next so that he can move on to the finals and double or quadruple his winnings, or actually could even octuple his winnings, since the loser of this best-of-5 will get $100 and the winner of the whole thing will get $800. But yeah, Supply Depot coming down for oGsTOP, or just Top. I might switch back and forth. Don't be offended. I know OGS is just a clan tag, and their names are actually Top and Zenio. Sometimes it's just easier to say oGsTOP than just Top. I don't know why. Can't explain it. It's just a visual thing. But Top is building a barracks behind his smoke over here, which is rather interesting. Zenio is going to get this Overlord in here for some vision and try to find this barracks, of course. But Top has hidden it cleverly down his ramp in the smoke screen there. That first refinery is pretty much on time, though. Should be seeing that orbital command come up at its usual time. Zenio is getting his fast expand up first before a spawning pool. He does have a gas starting right now, though, so Speedling's probably going to be his first option for Army. And Scrap Station, of course, allows a Zerg player to get that fast expand up 9 times out of 10, just because it's such a long distance for Marines and SCVs to run. oGsTOP has actually cut that distance quite a bit here and is rallying Marines all the way over here, so it looks like he is not going to be deterred by the map's natural geography. How about that? National Geography. National Geographic? Okay, sorry. Anyway, his spawning pool is coming up now for Zenio. He sees that SCV entering his base, but he does not know about this hidden barracks still. The Overlord just flew over this whole expanse and did not see the barracks, but he saw the orbital command starting, so he knows there's a barracks somewhere. He's got to start preparing for possible proxy barracks here. He doesn't know that it's still a pretty far distance away, but this Overlord is getting full vision of this bunker going down, which is kind of confusing, although Top doesn't know that there's an Overlord right there because it's behind the smoke screen. So clever placement by Zenio to see this bunker. Of course, he's not going to be surprised by that. He's starting to build Ling speed and a Queen right now. The hatchery just finished up, so he's going to get some more Lings out of that first larva. This Marine right here actually did take some shots at that Overlord, so he did know it was there, I guess, or eventually saw that it was there. This SCV is going to try its best to build a bunker there before that creep starts to spread. Maybe not, actually. I'm not sure what Top is going to be doing. Usually they try to build a bunker close enough to the hatchery to be able to hit it from inside the bunker before the creep makes it impossible to do just that. So Top trying to do something a little different here. His first 2 Marines and SCVs not going to be attacking that natural hatchery, and the 3rd Marine is going to be arriving here soon. If Zenio just stays in his base until he gets a Roach Warren up, or Banelings, which are also a good decision, he'll be just fine. And there he cancels the Baneling nest, so Top has some misinformation there. Thinks Banelings are coming, but in fact that is now a Roach Warren, so interesting move by Zenio. We'll see if it pays off. He's got Lings hanging out at his natural, more Lings hanging out at his main to defend against these early Marines from Top. And this, ladies and gentlemen, makes 4 games straight where oGsTOP has decided to do early Marine and bunker aggression against his Zerg opponent. He probably does it every single game on the ladder and possibly in tournaments. This is the Kaspersky StarCraft 2 New Year's Invitational, and he's doing it every game against his teammate oGsZenio, a Zerg that should have more information about him than just your typical ladder Zerg, because they are on the same team and live in the oGs house together. Yeah, so Top going to be starting to attack that little V formation there for those Marines. Does not try to take some early shots on this hatch. Not sure what he's going to be going for. Probably just those drones. Lings come in from the bottom now. These Speedlings, they're not going to be able to kill any of those Marines, so Top doing some good micro there, saving all of them. Some Lings have shown up at the front door of Top, but this single Hellion is going to be more than enough to ward those away. So these Marines, when actually killed by the drones, are actually you know, having free reign now on these overlords. More lings pop out. I believe these lings will be more than enough to take that out. Now there's nothing left in this bunker, so top should be salvaging it. I'm sure as soon as these lings start to attack it, that salvage will begin. We'll actually see here in a moment. He might actually be too slow to get that salvage. Wasted minerals for top. I saw the salvage start to begin right as it exploded there. But top now building more barracks. He's going mass bio. He's got Hellions out and getting blue flame upgrade for them. Getting another barracks over there. So soon he'll be on 4 racks off of only 1 base. The second orbital command is about to finish up though, so he can safely expand over here on the left side. Zenio's been under pressure this entire game. So after getting that roach warren up, he has not even started his lair. Instead has gotten an evolution chamber. Lucky for him, he was able to save this hatchery with some good ling timing. He's got a queen up and everything, so he should be able to defend against these 3 Hellions. If he has any roaches out, they should be just fine. Roaches on creep will deter those Hellions from blasting away at his drones. Ooh, blue flame is already done though, so these lings are going to want to stay way back and let the roach try and do as much damage as he can. There's one Hellion in the red here that he would do well to take out first if he can manage it. But these Hellions basically just hanging out. He does not feel like he has enough to combat this force just yet. I'm surprised the Hellions are able to shoot back there behind that smoke screen, but I guess whatever's attacking from behind it becomes visible for that second that it's actually attacking. And a third extractor coming up now for Zenio. Actually a second extractor, doesn't even have a second one here at his main. Still no lair in the works, just overlords and queens, those macro tools, and oGsTOP. Going to be checking the gold expansion just to make sure Zenio hasn't snuck anything down there. Lots and lots and lots of Marines coming out of these barracks with no tech labs or reactors. This one is the only one with the tech lab, and he is getting stim pack from it. Should be getting siege mode here, yes, as we see a couple of tanks already out on the field. Now Alaris started for Zenio. He is going to build it at his natural again, and he seems to be quite fond of doing that. I guess he feels the natural is a little harder to defend, so he's going to make the lair at the natural every time to give it that HP boost. So Tank Marine, saw this earlier from top, should be pretty effective again. He's got a supply advantage, I believe. No, actually they're exactly even, 78 here for top, 78 here for Zenio, so pretty much going to come down to micro. Actually, these tanks have splash damage, the Hellions have splash damage if they tag along. Not sure where they're at. Where'd those Hellions go? Oh, they're actually already waiting. Fast little Hellions. They need to avoid these roaches, though, for as long as they can, waiting for these Marines and tanks to show up. The Marines can pretty much just hide behind the tanks. Tanks can siege up and blast away at these roaches, try and get some splash damage. You see a scan go down there for top to see what he's about to be walking into. These SCVs need to be on auto repair or building bunkers. That's a good decision as well. He's leapfrogging his siege tanks here to start blasting at whatever army he can actually see with his tanks, and gets one little blast there, which was nice. Baneling's starting to morph here, so Zenio actually did rebuild that Baneling nest from the beginning of the game that he ended up canceling. And now the tanks and Hellions in great position here to blast Zerglings and Roaches. I like that. Tank Fire does manage to kill off that Hellion, but still good positioning here, able to torch all those Lings. Look at that. And now Roaches being under fire. Banelings are starting to move in. They're going to go for the Marines, though, and try to miss the tanks. All those Banelings actually go down without killing too much of anything. Top looks to be in a very, very solid position here. Zenio at 73 supply, top at 78. Queen goes down there. Actually, 2 queens. We can see these 2 queen carcasses here. So top able to start reinforcing quickly here. He's got a lot of Marines here. He could actually start to take out this lair and all those drones if he's aggressive enough. He doesn't want to give Zenio a ton of time to get all these Banelings back up and more Roaches. So he's going to have to be careful with his timing here. Positioning was great in that attack, but if he takes too long, Zenio can build back up. There goes a nice creep tumor kill there for top. And he's reinforcing constantly with Marines and tanks. Needs to probably be just a little more aggressive. He's trying to be entrenched here, but Zenio, working off of 2 bases with Larva Injects, could have enough